Hello, I'm Chanel Nielsen. I host the Moms Who Know podcast, and I love teaching moms about morning routines and self-care. So, as moms, we know that there's so much going on in our day. We're carpooling and making dinner and changing diapers and cleaning up and feeding and all these things all day long. But what happens a lot of times is we don't feel like we have time for ourselves. And so I love taking the time every morning for self-care. But for a lot of us, this can just feel like one more thing to add to our to-do list. And so what I hope to share with you in the few minutes that we have together today is an idea to help you really simplify and streamline your morning routine so that you can make sure it happens. But first, I want to tell you what that will do for you. So as you go through your day, I don't know about you, but for me, when all those demands of motherhood pile on and I haven't taken the time for myself, I start to feel really overwhelmed. I start to feel frazzled. I feel stressed, and I just feel like, mom needs a break. So for me, what I have found is that getting up in the morning before my kids and making that time for me every single day gives me a reservoir to build on, just something that I can draw on for strength and for calm and for keeping my cool when everything around me is falling apart. But a lot of times we want to get our sleep in the morning. Sleep sounds a lot better than getting up an hour early and doing all kinds of things for our self-care. So what I want to suggest is to really simplify and streamline your morning routine. And here's what I mean. A lot of times we get excited about doing something for ourselves and we think, okay, I'm gonna get up early and I'm gonna go run 5 miles and I'm gonna do all this stuff. It's gonna be awesome. And then the first day we do it, right? But the next day we don't have quite as much motivation, and maybe we don't get up quite as early, or maybe we just run a few miles, or we don't go at all, and we end up feeling like we failed. So in his book Essentialism, Greg McKeown talks about doing less than you want to do. And so applying this to a morning routine, what it means is start really, really small. So if your goal is to go running, if you want that to be a part of your morning routine, then say, okay, every day I'm gonna run around the block. It's just this tiny little thing, but you commit to doing it every day. Researcher BJ Fogg suggests that whatever this little habit that you want to start acquiring is, it's so small that it doesn't require any motivation. So you're not relying on motivation to go out and do this run or to do yoga or to journal or whatever it is. You're doing such a tiny amount that it feels really doable every single morning. And that is the power of a morning routine. It's not that you do some huge thing every single day. It's that every day you take care of yourself, even if that's just in a very small way. So maybe to start, your morning routine is, I'm gonna get up 10 minutes early and I'm gonna have a cup of herbal tea and I'm gonna sit quietly and drink it without any kids climbing on me, without anyone asking me for a cup of water, without anyone asking for a sip of my tea, whatever it is for you. That's going to let you feel like you have done something for yourself every day. When you do that, it's gonna change your dinner hour. It's gonna change that crazy time when all the kids are asking for help, because instead of feeling like, oh my gosh, everyone needs me all the time and I never get time for me, you're gonna feel like, okay, I got this. I have strength because I took time for myself. Now, these little habits, these little things that you are starting with in the morning, they can grow. And maybe some mornings you're gonna wake up early and you're gonna have a lot of energy and you're gonna do all those things. But if ever you have a morning that you wanna bring it back down, you can do that little tiny habit that we talked about, that little tiny routine is yours for whenever you need it. And the consistency of doing that every day is going to make all the difference in how you show up for the rest of your day. And that is the power of a morning routine.